I played Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Let's talk about this. The Tainted Grail is a first-person RPG set in the dark fantasy world inspired by Arthurian legends in World of Avalon. Roughly 1 week ago, the devs contacted me if I would love to check out the game early and before the full release, that is tomorrow on 23rd of May. And I was super excited and with the two things. I love RPGs and I love the dark fantasy RPGs because that's something, you know, not the high fantasy ones, but everything is a little bit dark and not everything is going smoothly. And on the other hand, I am following this game for the whole thing, right? When it was originally released to this point. So I was really excited that they keep in touch with me even though they don't know. Before Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon was announced, there was like 2 games separately working in progress. One was a Tainted Grail Conquest, which is a deck building game. It's an RPG where you're running around the world, but you're looking from top-down perspective, and every time you go to the combat, it will switch and you cards, and it's really good roguelite, by the way, so you should check it out. But at that same time, there was this game, The Fall of Avalon. It was the same perspective, it was top-down, you were running around, it was a deck builder, it was mainly focused on the story. You were going around and it was like based on what's going on, your decisions and everything like that. So those were the 2 games. After that, the Conquest was pushed a little bit more, right? That was released. And after that, they announced The Fall of Avalon. Changed completely. They went from the top-down perspective from this RPG to the first-person RPG. So they absolutely changed what the game will be and the scope of the game, because this create the first-person RPG and with every mechanic and everything like that, action combat, it's just more difficult. So it was a really interesting times to watch, like, oh, that's a kind of huge change. But as I see the game now, I think it was a really right decision, because the game for now, if you see the screenshots and how it plays, it's just good. It's just really good. It's a kind of small indie studio. There is like 50 people max that is working on the game. It's not really easy to pull something like this off because there is a lot of animation, there is a lot of art that need to be processed, and everything just have to go together. And also on top of that, there is a story that is a like branching story, that there are decisions that if you will make, that will make some impact. That, for example, someone, just small thing, right? If you say wrong thing, the NPCs just stop talking to you. Even those things, it will just take time. So really big up to the dev team that was able to pull this game towards the finish line, which is 1.0 and it's released tomorrow. So here is roughly what you can expect from the game. In full game, there will be 3 huge regions that you will be able to explore. Each region will roughly take you like 15 to 20 hours to play through. In the grand scheme of things, there is like 50 to 70 hours of gameplay involved in this. There is a full branching main quest line with hundreds different endings, more than 200 side missions. Also, there is more than 250 NPCs that is fully fleshed out and you can talk to them, more than 400 unique weapons including shields, 55 unique spells and 14 soul cubes, more than 75 dungeons, and more than 100 unique enemies that you can encounter. That's a really big scope for the game, so I decided to jump into the review version of the game to be able to grasp what's going on, what is the 1.0 about, what's changed, what was added, to get the idea how the game goes. And I played like 10 hours of the game. I played almost the whole first act or the half of it, something like that. I was always on the verge of 2 things. I was like, okay, I want to go further. That's the one thing, that's a positive thing, to be able to experience a little bit more, because I wanted to craft more weapons and upgrade my character, because there's so many things that you can do. How can you tweak your character? So I was always like, okay, let's go for a little bit further, let's go kill these guys. And then on the back of my head, you know what, I would love to go and make it as a whole playthrough on YouTube or on Twitch, because I have not recorded any of that. I was just playing through and now enjoying myself, like in the constant verge of, okay, I would love to play through all of this because it's so goddamn good. I have to say, it's a not AAA game that is not polished that you can expect from the studios that had hundreds of people working on it. There are like a little bit of jankiness to some things, or something is not polished to 100%. The ideas and the gameplay itself, it really plays well and interesting. The dialogues are cool. I was just in constant, like, not awe, but I wanted to go further, and I feel that that's the best feeling feeling you can have in RPG because it's open world RPG, so you can go wherever you want after you leave the tutorial. There is a lot to explore if you want to go to the fishing village and slay undead, or explore the graveyard and fight the skeletons, or you just want to mess with the bandits that they're occupying the area. So there is a lot of places that you want to check out, and also a lot of vistas. When you look to the far and there you see a big statue, you are like, oh, that's cool, I want to check it out, I want to go closer to that. And especially with the setting, right, the dark fantasy, it's just good looking. Lighting of the game is really nice, so it got a really cozy atmosphere. But as I said before, there is a lot of things that need to be like polished. For example, one of the top of my mind, go to the city, you can go around and take all the things, and that is really good for people that like to grab things from the ground and loot. I think this is a really good game. For me, I'm the person that going around and need to swap everything. I'm going around and clicking my F button to just put everything in my backpack, and I want to go and sell it, and it's really working well with this one. So what I wanted to say is, when you are in the city, so there are areas like a market where you can go and there is an icon that you can steal the thing. It will be stolen. But there are a lot of areas in the city and also on the market that don't have this marker upon it. You can just take it. It's a good thing. You can steal leather, you can go for a wood, and also other things. There is areas that need a little bit more to it, but it's nothing that game will crash upon. It's not really game breaking. That's just the polish that you are like, nah, that could be better. But the main experience, the fighting feels really snappy, the dodging and smashing someone with a hammer to the head, it just feels good. End of the development, they added the third-person view for people that don't like first person. I have to say, I'm one of the people. I don't like the first person that much in the games like Elder Scrolls and stuff. I am preferring the third person view, but I decided to go first person because that's how it's intended. The third person is beta right now. It's just a feature for people that can't really play first person. It's just accessibility thing. But there is an option for you as well like that. My experience with the game is absolutely positive. What I played through before was the first part tutorial, and I have to say it's changed quite a lot. It's just better. It's more polished, more rich into the story and progression, and I was super hyped about that. That when you can see and compare differences, like, oh, well, that's nice. I like it. So I never went further than that. This time I went to the first act, exploring that 10 hours in, but I'm on the verge of, stop, go from beginning and make the whole playthrough on the YouTube, because that's how it goes. But I will go through all of the game because I'm intrigued and I want to see what's going on with the Arthur and everything in the Avalon world. But yeah, that's for this video. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down below in the comment section if you knew about the game, if you are hyped for what's coming, if you are planning to buy the game, or you already have it and you're waiting for 1.0 release tomorrow. 23rd of May, 5 p.m. CET is the release time of the game, so you can go and check it out, check the trailers and everything like that. I feel that this game got potential, as I know the Vacant Realms because I played the Tainted Grail like a tabletop with my friend. The story was really intense and interesting, so I'm hoping that this one not be different. It will be just interesting story to go through, and there will be some twists and turns, and it will just go well, and hopefully the devs will get attention and will be able to go and pour a little bit more into this and just make it bigger. When you have a really good foundation, you can just build upon those, right? So yeah, that's it. Check out more videos on the side, one or the other, and I will see you in another video next time. So yeah, enjoy your life, stay awesome, bye.